So we've come out to the garden, to my pond, and we're going to collect some unicellular organisms from the pond water. So I'm going to collect some of the green algae from the side of the pond, because that's a food source for a lot of the unicellular single-celled protozoans that are found in the pond. So unicellular life means single-celled. So these are organisms that can carry out all of the characteristics of Mrs. Gren just in their one cell. Protozoa have a nucleus and they have organelles like mitochondria. Some of them have chloroplasts, and they are living in water because many of them do not have a cell wall, so they would dehydrate if they were out of water. And what we're going to find in here are things that some of them can photosynthesize, so they might have a chloroplast, but most of them are single-celled and they look a little bit like an animal cell, and they have to rely on capturing their food and eating what's already been made. So they might eat other plant material, or they might eat other single-celled life. So we might find amoeba in there. They can range in size from about 100 micrometers up to a millimeter. There might be some paramecium in there. They have little hairs called cilia that help them to move. There might be some vorticella, which are beautiful cup-shaped organisms that create a little vortex to trap life and bring it towards their cells so they can digest it. So we're going to look at these under a microscope because they're all really small. Now there might also be some unicellular bacteria in here, but we won't be able to see those with our microscope because they are up to 100 times smaller than protozoa, so they're going to be very difficult to see. And it's unlikely that there are any unicellular fungi in here because fungi have a cell wall, so they don't need to live in water. In fact, we might find fungi later on in the season as some of the fruits that are found on these plants here. As they ripen, you find single-celled yeast, so that's a fungi which is unicellular, living on the surface of ripe fruits. So let's take this to our microscope and see what we can see.